First of all, Michael, thanks for talking to us. Really appreciate it. How was training?
Yeah, it was alright, yeah.
Yeah, you fit?
Just about, yeah.
You've been to the gym as well?
Yeah.
Still bulking up?
Just ticking over, yeah.
You're close. Can't say you've won it yet, but you're close to winning a 5th Premier League title. How does it feel?
Yeah, we're not close enough yet. There's plenty of work to do yet, and we're well aware here of not thinking too far ahead, And
a lot of people are saying you're in the best form you've ever been. How would you assess your season so far?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way the season's gone. I've played at a good level, consistently really, which is probably the key. I think it's tough when you're younger. You have your good games and your bad games, but the key sort of to stay at the top probably is that high standard over a long period of time. And
how would you describe yourself as a player when you're out there positionally? How would you describe yourself?
Tough one, really, that. I don't know, I think I'm just there to help the defence, to act as extra cover for them, really, and stop the supply into the opposition front players, and at the same time to service our attackers. We've got some tremendous attackers and wide men, so it's my job to keep the flow of service as much as possible to them and let them create and score goals.
It's interesting, you didn't really mention passing the ball there. I thought you were going to say I'm a passer of the ball, because at West Ham you made your name there as a passing midfielder. Martin Jol described you as the best midfielder at Spurs your last season there. This is a passing club, Man United. The tradition is passing. Would you say it's like the perfect club for you being here?
Yeah, I'd have to say that. I think for me it's the best club. It's just everything about it, the sort of principles of football and how you're expected to play and how we try and play. And to play football here day in, day out it really is a dream. So I'm very lucky.
Sir Alex Ferguson, we don't really know much about him, to be honest. What's he like to work with? Is he funny? Does he scare you? What's he like?
Yeah, a bit of both, really. A bit of everything, depending on obviously how things are going. But he can just gauge the situation, measure it up, and he knows how to react, how to get the best out of the players, whether it's a pick me up and a pat on the back, or whether it's a bit of a dressing down and kick up the backside, really. And that's top management. That's what it's about, and to do it for so long is incredible. And he's just got that knack of knowing what to do, what to say at the right time.
So have you had the hairdryer?
Now and again, yeah. It's a little bit less in coming out these days, I think, but yeah, in the past it's been known, yeah.
Man United for me have been second only to Barcelona the last sort of 5 years or so in terms of the best in Europe, and they've really got the edge on you, haven't they? Does that hurt?
Yeah, it hurts because we're here to win. We want to win. We've come close to winning even more than we have. In terms of the 2 Champions League finals that we lost, but we've taken a lot of stick for that. But at the same time, we were there to be shot at. We were there in the final, and we managed to get the 3 finals in 4 years, which shows we were doing something right. We weren't so bad, but hopefully it can be next year. We felt we had a good chance this year. It just didn't work for us.
What happened after the red? Did players kind of lose concentration, lose a bit of focus?
Yeah, it was obviously a shock. I think the manager said the whole stadium pretty much was in a bit of shock. As a player, it's probably a bit of a poor excuse. For us, we should have reacted better. Credit to them. They dominated for that sort of next period and caused us problems, which you probably expect because the players they have. Probably after we lost the second goal, and we gathered ourselves and went again, and we still feel after that we had chances to, certainly score one, and if we had scored one, then who knows after that. But yeah, it was a tough one to take.
With reference to the Barcelona midfielders, Xavi, Iniesta, do you hold your hands up and say, well, they're in a different league, or do you feel you belong in that company?
I don't think when you're playing against them, you think they're in a different league. I think it's you've got to be realistic, and know what their strengths are, and you've got to try and adapt your game to stopping them. But listen, they possibly could go down as one of the best teams that's ever played the game. So it's not like we're not talking about average players here, So it's they're a special team, but it's still when we go against them, we believe we've got a great chance of winning.
We've decided on the show that Wayne Rooney's having a good season. How would you assess Wayne's season and what's he like to play with?
Just, you know, his awareness, his timing of making his runs is makes it a lot easier for us in midfield. You know, he's you know, maybe he's lesser players in some ways make the run, but it's not at the right time, so you can't find them and the chances are lost. Where, you know, Wayne's got that sense of timing, so he can make the run and create the space for himself.
You came through this incredible academy at West Ham. Tony Carr doing incredible work there, and there's a lot of players who've won a lot of international caps, won a lot of trophies that came out at that time. Lampard, Ferdinand, Joe Cole, etc. came through with you. Do you see, I mean, you're playing with Smalling and Cleverley and Jones here at Manchester United. Do you see enough of those top quality youngsters coming through that are English?
There's certainly the younger lads that have come through, whether they've been bought in to the club or whether they've come through the club, there's certainly the quality there to progress and to be regulars, start for this club and hopefully for England after that. But it is tough for younger players to get the chance at the top level. And maybe, you know, when I was coming through, maybe you had 2, 3, 4, 5 games to get your chance, whereas sometimes nowadays it might be that one substitute appearance or that one game and you have to make an impact. So that's maybe how it's changed since I was a bit younger.
Have you thought about life after football? I'm not saying you're getting older or anything, but do you want to go into coaching, management? Are you doing any badges or anything like that?
No, I started doing my badges a couple of years ago actually, and as it turned out, the fixtures and stuff, it was just getting a bit too much, so I've put it on hold at the moment, but it's something I would be interested in doing. Certainly getting my badges. I don't know at what level or how far I want to take it at this stage, but yeah, it's something that I'd like to give it back at some point, even if it was with, you know, the younger generation or the youth team and try and help them in some way. But I'm not sure I see myself as a manager though.
Well, we'll see. Can you see yourself ending your career here at Man United? Have you thought that through?
It's a tough one to, yeah, in an ideal world, yeah, of course, because, you know, it's what a football club this is, and, you know, not many people walk away from this place. But at the same time, you know, I'm not 32 yet, who knows, you know, it's you never know what football's going to throw up. They might say to me at some point, no, thank you, but I think it's time to move on, and that's just how football is. I hope not, because I love this place, but we'll have to see how it goes. You played in what's now the Championship with West Ham a season, didn't you? Yeah, I think. That's right. Yeah. Would you drop down the leagues or not? Probably not. No, I don't think I would. I think for that I'd probably, if it was a case that I'd probably just go into starting in coaching or something like that, and trying to help the younger lads out. I don't think I'd be one for dropping down the leagues. That's just a personal preference really for me, and I think I prefer to try and go out near the top. At club level, you've won everything apart from the FA Cup. Does it bother you? Yeah, it does, yeah. I think, yeah, I've come close, you know, played in the final, lost the final. For a club like this not to win over that period of time is criminal really, so it hurts, you know, it hurts the players because not many of us have won it. Hopefully we've still got time to grab that, whether it be next season or after that. Yeah, I can tell it does. Rio hasn't won it either, has he? No. Do you guys talk about it a bit? Yeah, we do, because it gets mentioned because, you know, we're desperate to win. We haven't, you know, it's what I grew up watching. You know, the FA Cup was the game of the season when I was younger, and such a special day. And we come close with losing to Chelsea in the final, but yeah, we want to go better than that. You've been part of this, a huge part of this successful period for Manchester United, and Sir Alex keeps picking you, game in, game out. You rarely get subbed, and yet England managers just haven't done that. Has that left you really frustrated at times and wondering what's going on, wondering what they're not seeing that he does?
Hetzelfde plezier als bij Arsenal om Huntelaar heen spelen?
Alles kan, maar dan moet je bij de bondscoach zijn.
Nee, ik vraag aan jou of jij hebt met hetzelfde plezier.
Ik heb daar wel een mening over. Natuurlijk, ja, voetbal is plezier voor mij.
Maar zonder tegenzin zal je die plek invullen zoals vanavond.
Voetbal is plezier, dus